Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Foreign firms have a surprising presence in New Hampshire, and a recent study by professors at Plymouth State University point that out. And here's some of the facts they found. 46 different industries, 44,000 jobs, 75% in Hillsborough, Rockingham, and Cheshire counties. Now here's some more. Here are the areas of business: finance, retail trade, wholesale trade, manufacturing in machinery and computer and electronics, and then scientific services and technical services. That's just some of the study. With me to talk about this are the authors of this study, and they are Roxana Wright, Professor of Management at Plymouth State University. Welcome, nice to have you.
Thank you.
And Chen Wu, Assistant Professor of Economics at Plymouth State University. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Fred.
What was the most surprising thing this is an interesting study, by the way. No, I don't think anybody's done this before. I'm not aware of it, and I've been in New Hampshire a long time. What surprised you the most, Roxana?
That's right. So it's a very unique study, and what surprised us was the variety of industries where we found foreign direct investment coming into New Hampshire. We did expect to see some concentration in some industries, but finance kind of surprised us because we find such a huge predilection for foreign firms to come and invest into financial services in New Hampshire.
Same question.
Sure. Yeah, we also, what surprised me is that we found most of them are small companies.
Small.
Yeah, when we're talking about foreign business, we should think they're big multinationals, but the majority, 70% of the foreign business actually hire less than 20 employees.
Yeah. We're all aware of BAE Systems in Freudenberg of Germany, of course BAE from England, and Saint-Gobain of France, but most of them are small, as you just said. Mm-hmm. What are some of the, most of the foreign businesses are small, you said. What are some of the key products and services that were some of the ones that are most prominent?
Yeah, so as we said, financial services, we also found that a lot of companies, the majority of the companies are in fact in services, mm-hmm. and we do see the professional services, the technical services, and even high technology services as well, which was a little surprising.
Yes, high technology. Well, we're a high-tech state, aren't we?
Yes.
Let me go to a graph that you put in this study, and it shows foreign subsidiaries in New Hampshire by country of origin, and if you go from left to right, on the left, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany in order, France, Netherlands, Japan, Switzerland, Spain, Ireland, Sweden, Bermuda, which surprised me, and Israel, and they keep going. And those are some of the 453 subsidiaries owned by 186 companies from 24 countries. And now let's go to the other graph, and that is a share of foreign subsidiaries in the counties of New Hampshire. And you can see that Hillsborough and Rockingham counties have the most, 41% in Hillsborough, 25% in Rockingham, and then Merrimack, Grafton, Belknap, and Stratford, and the other subsidiaries in all the counties, including Cheshire, Carroll, Coos, and Sullivan. 18% of the foreign firms in New Hampshire are high-tech, as you just suggested. Why do you think, and I know you haven't done this piece of the study yet, but Professor Wu, mm-hmm. why do you think they've chosen New Hampshire?
Sure. I think one of the reasons is that New Hampshire is really a business-friendly state. We have a very competitive corporate income taxes. And also, I think another important factor is the agglomeration. Foreign firms, in the research, we find they like to be around with each other to share the pool of the resources and also to increase their bargaining power with the local government. So those are the two reasons.
Yes.
But we would be interested in doing some policy research specific to the state of New Hampshire.
Yeah, really quick, Roxana, you have made a major suggestion on the policy side. What is it?
So the major suggestion would be to focus on promoting investment in geographical areas that already see some clustering effect of foreign firms, and then take advantage of what is called spillover effects to go towards the center of the state. As you pointed out, about 70% of foreign companies invest in the southernmost counties of our state and only 2% in the north. So we want to take advantage.
Focus on those larger
Yes.
counties.
Yes.
Okay. This is a really interesting study. Thank you, Roxana Wright, Professor of Management at Plymouth State University, and Chen Wu, Assistant Professor of Economics at Plymouth State University. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you want to look at this again, those charts, and listen to some of that talk again, go to WMUR.com, and on the top, click on Menu, and then click on Local News, and scroll down to New Hampshire's Business.